All right, South by Southwest 2009.
Yep.
And talking with Miha Baldwin from Lijit, the other Baldwin brother, the non-crazy Christian Baldwin brother. How about that? Awesome.
I wish I was. Baldwin brother would be so nice.
All right, so Miha,
Yes.
you're with Lijit.
I am.
And tell us about Lijit. What does Lijit do?
So Lijit is basically a social search box you can put on your blog. It allows you to aggregate all of your social content, so your Flickr, your YouTube, whatever, and then allows people to search on your blog and find all that information. And then in addition to that, we have an ad network which allows you to place ads and price your own ads, and which is a lot of fun if you're trying to monetize your blog. But it really allows people to understand your expertise, and that's the important part of Lijit.
Awesome. Well, okay, so Lijit sort of adds, I guess it determines some relevancy in the blogosphere for people who are searching for blog stuff or who are bloggers already, or what?
Yeah, so for bloggers, right, we believe that our product makes bloggers better. The general idea is if you go to Google gives you one answer now. If you go to Google and you type in the word Billy, right, you're going to get Billie Holiday, Billie Jean King. You're going to get random answers around Billy, and then whatever Google says is the number one answer. We believe that every blogger has an answer that's relative to them. And so if I trust you, Grant, or you trust me, and you come to my blog and you type in the word Billy, you're gonna get pictures of my dog and posts about my dog and videos of my dog, because you know that the word Billy, as relative to me, is about my dog, not about Billie Jean King.
Okay. And you mentioned trust there. I know you guys do a little bit with like trust networks and like who trusts who and determining sources of authority.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. Like, how do you guys do it?
Sure. So we believe that there's inherent and explicit trust relationship. So if I list somebody in my blog role, or I have actively done something to link my blog to somebody else's content, then I'm saying, or added them to my Lijit network, for example, I've actually said that I trust them, and then that allows their content to appear on within my search results. So let's say you did a search on my blog for spec work. I don't write very much about spec work, but my friend Jeffrey does. So what'll happen is you'll do a search on my blog for spec work. Not only will you get my results, but you'll also get Jeffrey's results. And because you trust me, you're going to trust his content. And so all of a sudden, you as the blogger, as the source of expertise, suddenly becomes a great content discovery engine. Which is really what you do in real life, right? You say, hey, I need to know a little bit about what's the best barbecue place in Austin, right? And you're going to ask somebody. You're not going to go to Google and type it in. Or Yelp even. Okay, all right. And so if I am a blogger and I got my own blog, can I do this on like WordPress.com, or can I only do it with WordPress.org stuff? Or right now, it's every blogging platform except for WordPress.com.
Except for WordPress.com.
Yeah, we're working very hard to make sure that WordPress.com finally realizes the power of what we're doing.
Matt Mullenweg, do you hear us? Do you freaking hear us?
He does, because I've talked to him 400 times. I think he hates me by now.
We had a very funny searching for Matt Mullenweg thing going on last year, because we couldn't get in touch with him. We were trying to interview him, and we chased him down all over town and left him voicemails. And
he's literally one of my favorite people in the world. But you figure that we're Lijit's in a list of 100 million people trying to ask him to add it to WordPress.com, and what we're asking is our users to actually email Automatic and say, hey, we really want this, so can you please add it? Because the truth is that default search, which is just site search, or Google custom search, which is basically a stripped down version of Google custom search, doesn't give you the answers that you want. It doesn't allow people to understand who you are as a blogger, right? And that's what should happen. I don't just blog. I tweet, I do YouTube videos, I do Twitter, I just said, I do pictures on Flickr, and each piece of that really creates a real image of who I am and really explains the influence and expertise I have online.
Okay, so if I'm a blogger, if I've got my own personal blog and I've got my own personal Flickr stream and that kind of stuff, but I'm not really maybe part of a community or what, or I don't know my community, like I maybe blog on house pets or house plants even, or whatever, and I've not gotten in touch with that community. How does Lijit help me? What what's the sell? What's the benefit for me to go out and like make the effort to get legit on my blogging platform?
So there's two pieces to that, right? It's not imperative that you're part of a community for Lijit to be effective. At the end of the day, Lijit, you want your readers, because nobody blogs because they don't want anybody to read, right? Everybody blogs at some point, even if it's just their mom, they want somebody to read what they're writing. So it gives you the ability to have your readers understand who you are more deeply. Because you're not going to get a picture of me by just reading my blog, or just seeing my pictures on Flickr, or just seeing my videos on YouTube. But you're going to get a good picture if you see it all. You build a personal brand around everything you're doing, and Lijit allows you to kind of put that all together into one place. The other side of it is that as you start to add other people to your Lijit search engine, people you trust, and their results start coming up, they're going to just see that they're coming from you within their analytics and with other things, and all of a sudden you become part of a larger community.
Perfect. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Sure, no problem.
Awesome.